Victoria Beckham has admitted she resented her husband after he turned their life into a circus. After David Beckham moved to Spain to play for Real Madrid, the footballer found himself hit by claims that he had an affair with his personal assistant Rebecca Loos. Victoria and their children Brooklyn and Romeo then relocated from the UK to be by David's side, where the family found themselves under intense scrutiny, with Spanish media hounding them and fans intruding in their lives. Speaking about the experience on David's new Netflix docuseries Beckham, Victoria confessed, "Did I resent David? If I'm being totally honest, yes I did." The show then cut to footage of the famous pair driving through Spain with their distressed son Brooklyn, who was crying as overzealous fans pounded on the window of their car. David attempted to console Brooklyn by announcing, "It's all right, Buster, they can't get in the car," while Victoria soothed him by saying, "It's all right, Mummy's got you." Cutting to modern day, Victoria candidly confessed, "If I'm being honest, it's probably the most unhappy I have ever been in my entire life. It wasn't that I was being unheard, I chose to internalize a lot of it because I was always mindful of the focus that he needed." David was also suffering as a result, with his performance on the pitch coming under scrutiny and Real Madrid losing 4 games in a row for the first time. Earlier in the 4th and final episode of the docuseries, Victoria spoke for the first time of the pain she suffered in the aftermath of the claims about her husband David's alleged affair. Almost 20 years after it was claimed he and the personal assistant had become close while he was playing in Spain for Real Madrid, Victoria revealed that the months afterwards were the hardest of her life and that she no longer felt like the couple had each other. Meanwhile, David admitted he still doesn't know how they got through the 2003 crisis, but he and his former Spice Girl wife knew they had to fight for their family, and said they felt like they were drowning when their high-profile marriage was in the headlines for months. The former England captain also told how he felt physically sick every day as he and Victoria faced a battle to save their marriage. "More often than not, I was always the villain," she said. "It was never about Spain, we had a family we had to think about. I had 2 children, Brooklyn and Romeo, and this is what nobody seemed to take into consideration when I was getting criticized for not being in Spain from the beginning. A kid has to go to school, I knew I couldn't move until I had a school for Brooklyn. I was doing Monday to Friday in London and then jumping on a plane to Spain. But everything was fabricated, taken out of context. It was never about Spain."